Yo, what's up, magical humans? Um, had a few moments in my day. Um, I just want to take some moments to not just share updates, but share the process, because it's like the journey and the process is the gold that can be helpful for any of you out there that are trying to make your dreams come true. The more committed we are to the path that calls us forward inside of us, whether it's writing, teaching, sharing, making art, music, building something beautiful in the world. The more steps we take along the path, the more that spirit of that project consumes us, communicates with us, speaks to us, calls us forward, gives us our next steps. The relationship you have with your business, the offerings that you're creating, the art that you're making, the more you act upon those ideas and inspirations, the more the spirit of that speaks to you. The way I look at a business or creation is that this entity is alive. It has its own will, and these days it's never been more true for what we're doing on Majik Media with building Majik Kids, the Majik Kids app. The Majik Kids app came from my son last October. We had a business meeting with my marketing team around how do we grow Majik Kids. And for those of you that don't know, Majik Kids is our story company. It started off as a homeschooling project with my son, turning stories we were making up together into books and really epic audio stories to help get kids off screens and into their imaginations, into their bodies, into nature. And it has grown and become this incredible path for my own creative inspiration, for my own ways that my 20 plus years of entrepreneurship and creating can benefit children and families and people's lives around the world. The Majik Kids app, we launched it this October. It feels like the culmination of my career into one beautiful creative offering for the world. The app will have amazing new audio stories every Saturday morning. Each audio story comes with curriculum that kids can go through to help them integrate the lessons and the themes from the stories. And a library of imagination meditations to help children learn about their bodies, their minds, their breath, their nervous systems, their thoughts, emotions, etc. in playful and imaginative ways. And then we're curating an incredible, very large, much larger than I had anticipated. We have almost 1,000 songs licensed of kids' music from musicians all over the world, every type of genre you can imagine. The reason I'm sharing this is how when you say yes to the ideas and inspiration, the path takes you into unexpected places. And we're in one of those unexpected places right now because the app was not a part of my roadmap when building Majik Kids. This was an idea my son had in one of our business meetings where we were on my whiteboard in the office, and Soren, who's our creative director, this is his homeschooling, is helping us build a publishing company. He voice acts, he writes stories, he writes comedy commercials with me, he acts in those commercials. He offers feedback on all the pieces that we're making from a kid's perspective. And it's been this beautiful, evolving relationship and partnership with my son. But the app, we were having this marketing meeting, thinking of all the ways we could spread Majik Kids. And he's over at his little desk with his little whiteboard, and he comes over and interrupts the meeting. And he's just like, "Listen up, everybody. What we need is a button." And he holds up his whiteboard, and he's got a picture of a rectangle and a circle. And that rectangle and circle were the app. We're like, oh, like a button. We need an app. He's like, yeah, we need an app. And he kind of just like walks away, goes back to his desk, and leaves us all stunned. And instead of, ignoring the 6-year-old at the time, his awakened wisdom, we decided like, what a freaking awesome idea. So we redirected the next couple hours of marketing work to like, what would the Majik Kids app be? And we've essentially designed like a conscious, curated version of Spotify for kids that'll feature music, meditations, audio stories every week, books, and learning activities that can be done in homeschooling, etc. Wasn't a part of the plan. Said yes to it immediately. Raised the funds to do it immediately. Have been building partnerships, relationships, licensing contracts. We have probably close to a couple hundred artists signed for the Majik Kids app already. It's been wild. I mean, even as I say this, I just want to cry because the journey has been really, really, really beautiful. The love that's been coming from artists, the talent of stories and music, the outpouring of support that we've received for this project has just been amazing. And the challenges. Building what we're building is entered into new territories in my entrepreneurship journey. The budgets, the monthly expenditures that we have to build what we're building has been just a whole other league. And it's been amazing. It's been incredible boot camp. It's rocked me to my core. And to be expected. This is what I teach people, what I coach, is like the resistance is real. That's why we need meditation. That's why cold water works. That's why exercise works. That's why staying healthy and at our best is such an important part of the journey to being creators, to doing the work that we're here to do. And, the growth pains are fucking painful. It's really, really hard to build something amazing and world-class, and that has the potential to do great things in people's lives. And so I'm just saying that part of the story to validate any resistance you're going through, the challenges, the upsets, the setbacks, the times that you're, run out of money because you've been pouring everything you have into the thing. And that's part of the journey. That's a part of the growth. You're going to be stretched. There's going to be moments where I know for myself where I feel like I'm being squeezed through the bottleneck in order to help me let go of everything that's no longer in alignment with who I'm becoming and what we are bringing to the world. There's a purification process that goes on as you go through these next level leaps and growth. And that's been the last, feels like 2 years of my life, is this intensified boot camp. It's been beautiful and very challenging. The lessons learned in business and entrepreneurship and collaboration and openness and being vulnerable and transparency as I've grown my team through this wild roller coaster. It's been a really, really magical and challenging carpet ride. And it's also been the merger of everything I've ever wanted to do. I built this because I'm an artist. I've been playing the role of coach and entrepreneur for a long time. I've been leveraging other people's businesses and talents and artwork and their expertise. And what's been very clear this last year for me is like, this is my turn. Focus back on my gifts and my offerings and to step into the next evolution of what I'm here to do. And Majik Kids is like, what a beautiful vehicle to help support positive change in the world, in people's lives. There's so many families that are struggling. There's so many children that are struggling because of screen addictions, because of their dysregulated nervous systems and emotional bodies, because of the trauma of the last 7 years, last 3 years, but people don't even know how deep the trauma goes collectively and personally. And so bringing Majik back is such a beautiful gift. And as a writer, getting to write these stories, getting to do them with my son. I've also dabbled in comedy for a lot of years, and our team we're working with the Harmon brothers, who, if you've seen the Squatty Potty or Poo Pourri commercials, that's the team that made those. There's a lot of really amazing comedy commercials they've done. So we're working with a team of comedians. We've written and produced and have 22 of these comedy ads already edited and ready to go for when we roll out the app. We have another, I think, 18 that we've written and will be producing in the coming 6 or so weeks. This has been a freaking dream come true. Is like getting to work with a team of writers and come up with funny and inspiring ways to tell a story, to reach these audiences of parents and kids that are struggling and need more magic in their life. And that's what we're here to do. And that's what you're here to do. You know, your magic is different than my magic. Maybe our magic will collide. Maybe you'll contribute some stories or some music or make some introductions, or we can partner in other creative ways. But your magic is what you're here to do. It is the thing that pulls you forward. Whether you feel like you got to get this book written, whether you feel like you got to write a story or launch a course or a training or do coaching with people or lead workshops, whatever your magic is, it's really important right now. I said that right at 11:11 in this video, so it must be true. It must be true. And, you know, we're all going to get squeezed through bottlenecks. We're all going to be forced to grow, change, adapt, stretch ourselves, get uncomfortable in the coming years, whether it is voluntarily, that we do this voluntarily and we say, yeah, I'm saying yes to this vision. I'm saying yes to my own growth, or it's forced upon us by nature being what nature is. And I'm saying yes. I'm saying absolute yes to stepping as fully into who I'm here to be and what I'm here to do. And it's a beautiful place to be. And I know all of you are doing your best out there. And I'm just saying, like, keep going. Is there anywhere else you can show up more for yourself, show up more for this vision? Maybe shutting off social, shutting off the YouTube channels and get more into your journals and like really mapping this thing out, figuring out your next steps and taking action without any fear of failure, without any fear of it not working out. With Magic Kids, I put every fucking chip I have on the table, with my family's investments, line of credits, raising investment capital, doing grant applications, pouring every single extra dollar we have made through Magic Media into Magic Kids so that we can make this a reality in the world, because it feels like the most important gift I have to offer the world, the most important gift I can offer my son. I mean, the education experience that he's getting right now, because we're building Magic Kids, because he is being listened to, because he's learning to understand the pain and time that goes into the creative process when you're bringing something great into the world. I mean, what better gift as a parent? And for all you parents out there, how can you get your kids more involved into dreaming together, into creating together? How can you be a more empowered and empowering individual in your children's lives and your grandchildren's lives? How can you show up more and show them what it takes to bring change into the world for the greater good of other people? I can't say I got the answers. You know, I think we're doing a lot of things really amazing for our homeschooling and business life and merging those worlds with family. We're also, you know, in need of other mentorship for ourselves. We can't all do this alone. We actually depend on each other. We depend on each other setting aside differences and coming together and learning from each other and doing it collectively. Now's the time. Now's the time. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm tired and so filled with delight and inspiration and excitement. And I know I will rest this fall and this winter. And I take time every day to do beautiful things. I do rest. I do my exercise. I'm swimming all the time. But holy cow, what a ride. If you're on it, you know what I mean. And if you haven't stepped all the way in, I encourage you to, and just be ready. Be ready for an incredible creative adventure filled with twists and turns, setbacks, disappointment, and inspiration every day to wake up, to do your thing, to create the life that you're consciously intending for yourself, the village around you, and the world at large. I mean, what a beautiful and glorious gift to give yourself and to give other people. Yeah. Do it.